games in a row here at Supersport Park. So they'll want to make sure they play really well today. The next game, the final one, is going to be on Tuesday, and that is going to be at the... He's got a slip in place. A little bit of movement, but a swing back in towards King, away from the left-hander. A little bit of a thickish outside edge, gone down to... There's a catch, and it's taken.
And it's King who was in good touch yesterday. He has to be on his way just for one. West Indies, 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's the ideal start. Oh, it's a beautiful drive through extra...
Finds the perfect extra cover drive.
That'll please the snappers. A couple of early shots for them as well. Look at... A little bit short.
Just jumps on and helps himself to the half volley and helps delivery.
Bit of a match-up as well. Oh, that's another one. It's got away with 2 now. Nil again. That is a magnificent stroke. That's high overcut.
There, you know,
away for one.
Myers has got 1 off 5 deliveries the previous over, so he knows he's under pressure.
Haven't seen the best of him. Charles has gone straight. Not right out of the middle, I don't think.
Of Charles, and he's not missing out.
Oh, that's high. Who wants that? This is going to be a wonderful catch. Yeah, fine effort. That's out of the middle.
As well, maybe a slow ball bumper, but that's kind of right into the hitting zone.
Over, 1 ball left. Make that 16 with still 1 ball left. Slice that away, and that's a boundary.
That blade and flays it over point for a 1.
Flooding into those gloves a little bit quick at that time from above. Welcome to the crease, Marco.
You used to sort of find your way in, try and suss out the bowler and then sort of take him down.
Laying off.
It's not excessive force or aggression, but Kalki.
A strong hand.
That's been clubbed for 6 more.
Mac.
Might be fixed delivery.
Backing away, hammering that. 1 bounce, that's gone for 4. That is scream. Not allowing Marco Janssen to settle at all.
Rabada off the edge and away for 4. Different circumstances, you might have a slip, you might have 2. Gone at it again, this time it's out. Up in the air and it's over.
Mid on and mid off up. So I thought he was going to go that hard length. I think Mayers as well was also.
Bang! Oh, that is hit.
And battery on the cricket ball.
A slower ball, it's cut away.
I think if I remember when we played against the West Indies 2 years ago,
Yeah, shouts of catch.
Over forward square is that he's probably giving a slightly too much room outside the off stump for Mears.
Helped on its way, leg.
terribly wrong, unfortunately.
And how deep these batters go.
Too short. Skipper. It's in the gap, is it? Oh, they set their sights high, the West Indies. Rodman Powell at the toss. You'd say he's right. Bang again. Tell you what, they won't stop.
First of all, Johnson Charles, because Marquand pushed his point back on the boundary, so he's got 3 boundary riders offside. So what he's trying to do is bowl full and wide to Charles. Hit that.
That's all right. He's got it fine. That's gone for 6-2. And the West Indies are already on 125. That is a sumptuous shot to bring up the half century. So good from Kyle. Oh, hurry back, hurry back. He gets in.
But that was a great piece of fielding there by Shamo.
Yeah, they thought about it. Oh, goodness. Oh, I wonder what Hayes thinks. In the bucket. That's where...
Can get one year. That might be it. That's it.
Might be it, might be it. It is it.
Pouches it. Pretty simple catch out in the deep, but wow, what batting this has been. Kyle Mayers made 51. It's 137 for 2. What? Bomb it in. That's going to be out as well. So Paran...
He stepped up to the plate second time round as Janssen and Puran, having watched some boundaries been hit.
Oh, that's a good hit. It's gone.
And then from there, as the delivery gets bowled, he opens up that front leg. So really looking to use the pace of Rabada. Six. The deep backward point, a deep extra cover.
We need him to make 7 more here. Oh, hello, hello, he's done it! He's done it!
Left a bit of a vapor trail behind it. Crashed through the fingers and the celebrations could begin. He started
Around the wicket. And it's another 6 over extra cover. It's almost...
Unfortunately, the length that they're hitting and the fact that sometimes they're not even hitting the ground is making it
well worth remembering how the ball flies here. And this is 6 more.
Slightly straight, he's just clearing that front leg.
Oh, that's clever. That's it. That's
boundaries, but that was a little bit of finesse we talked about as well. Change up from him. We haven't seen that kind
been on the boundary. That's a great ball. And he's got him. Cricket that the opponent can so appreciate the performance. And indeed, they stand to him at Centurion. That isn't the best ball from Wayne Parnell.
From there to the end. Damage control with those bowlers. It's been a tough day. And as the end overs come, it gets tougher.
Another 6.
Off the bat. But still travels the...
Latches on to that one. Just within.
Management's asked me to ask her that one.
No one else in the ground was cheering. It's tremendous.
Understand the cat and mouse between bowler and batter. There's the awareness of where...
Latched onto it, air miles on that. Slow balls attempted. Enough on that too. Gotta keep your eye on the...
He's one of those who plays cameo.
Edged it. That is a good breakthrough towards the back.
That's his second.
6 of them.
1 then.
And the final one. Successful run.
We have had a serious entertaining first half of the Hussain to start. Leg side, and that's away. Boundary first.
Frosting starts from yesterday. Out first ball. And
It's clubbed that as well. Back to back boundary.
to open up his scoring.
Right, so pressure back on Hussain. Arm ball the second. That's through the inner ring, and that's gone.
Push. And this Super Sport field is lightning conditions. And the conditions are really, really good.
Oh, what a shot that is! That's a beauty.
He's not looking like letting up.
That's the shape we're talking about.
And again, that's 6 more.
He likes that kind of length. so they would have been part of the discussions.
Oh, that's beautiful. Straight as a dive.
Sitting getting full for it.
You do get the feeling that one over pitch.
Playing with the ball.
Wrong, tucked him up. It's the nature of it.
And he goes straight and he hammers that one. That's gone for half. Giving himself some room. He said,
Weight with his left hand, he'd probably still be sore and a little bit damaged, but that could have been a lot worse. Did a brilliant job of just stemming the flow of the blow, but it's the knee that actually is the issue.
pick that up. One bounce and that's gone for 4.
47. So
oh, he's decided to join the party.
The infield.
yeah, that's why it's so a benefit. Batting 1-2.
Got that nice and fine. Holders struck.
Just gets inside it again to get something on. I think Greaser's chasing after the 6 count.
And there's another 4.
Attitude and all those things, but you do keep thinking that bowling wise, that is easy.
Leg side, and that's another boundary.
And another 4 to his name. He's faced 10 balls, he's hit 7 4s.
Oh, he's got that. He's picked it up and he's hit that a long time. Take over so far. Slower ball, he's got that over the top. Had to do all the work, but he's got it away. They're going to get tired.
And there's Quinton de Kock, it's 6 more.
So I think at this point in time we've got it well in control.
And 6, flat, hard. And at the boundaries, the bats, the power of the men. It's as predicted by Ian Bishop. And well, it's part intention.
Most of the light has shined on the Kock. 41 of 15 balls. I mean, he's been
Natural to them.
That's 4 more for Quinton de Kock.
He set himself here to really dig in. I don't think he's going to be happy with.
Enjoy being here, and we were just conversating and socializing.
Yeah, well, that on a massive score like this would be something formidable. 133 after 8 and just 100.
That's 4, I reckon.
To be honest, you can see he was trying to go wide. I think Quinny and his timing is.
Crushes it down the ground for 4. Gorgeous stroke. Super quick 100. He could match Johnson Charles here if he. Super.
That's high. Who's calling for it?
But the man of the moment for South Africa, the one who's laid the platform, the one who's going to take all the plaudits is Quinton de Kock, and he's been superb.
Oh, if ever there was laying a platform and getting your side, what happens next?
Oh, Rousseau advances. Oh, he's cranked that up and that's gone for 6. What? 2. Laying that off nice and fine, and that's another.
Sometimes when you're under a bit of pressure, and he's played it superbly. 10 from 2.
Yourself.
That's clubbed. That's on the mound. Anything short. Right, Rousseau is so strong in that area. Gives it a fair whack, that's for sure. 10-0 from here, South Africa. Oh, waited for that and hit it right out of the middle. That's good.
The base that is set there.
Out. And it's straight.
Just hopes that it'll top over, not to be comfortable catch for King. Riley was so.
Full toss. Short arm jab. 6 run. Ballers at the moment. Hard down the ground. Time on the sidelines, Reza. Oh, there's a wicket.
To the leg side. Gets the edge on it. A healthy edge and a decent take by Pooran, was still climbing. The 3rd wicket's down, and is this.
For the West Indies has to be the beginning of a new game. 66 from 44.
Full tire, slats.
He has to get it a little bit squarer than extra cover, because that's where the fielder was.
Hammered.
He's looking to bowl pretty full.
Taken.
Catch, not easy catching here with the background. Hold the
More runs. 4. In the gap. This has been
Magnificent again. This crowd turned up, and at the halfway stage, I tell you what, they were stunned because the West Indies had played incredibly well. 258 for 5 is the score you'd be happy with some of the time in a 50-over game. And South Africa have made light work of it. Away it goes. A single. A
Raja Shankar,